Hello, friends. It's Phil, and guess what? Yes, my friends, I have allowed. Let me say, is that the right kind of thinking? I've allowed AI to help me on the lawns today. And just for reference, if you're thinking this is really out of context, because if you're looking at other lawn specialists and saying, what is AI? Well, my friends, AI is artificial intelligence. And it's probably not the first time that I've mentioned this on the podcast. But look, today I have let AI work alongside me. And interestingly enough, the output and the outcome of working with AI has led to something quite interesting, actually. So let me explain to you how I've worked with artificial intelligence today. It's not how you think, by the way. So, if you've been following the podcast over the last couple of months, you all know that I've been trying to pull together a yearbook. It's the second time I've done the yearbook, or the second year, and it's nearly finished. But interestingly, I was struggling to complete some of the writing, some of the storytelling, some of the, let's say, the copy. I was struggling to get some of that going. So obviously, the logic I applied to today's learning was go and look after a few lawns and have a think about how you're going to conclude some of this writing, some of the stories, some of the stuff to go inside the yearbook. And I did actually think that I needed to do a piece on why double cut a lawn. Well, let's just say there's more to double cutting a lawn than just double cutting it. And if you don't know what double cutting a lawn is if you cut a lawn twice in two different directions, you don't only get that crisscross effect like professional sports pitches, but you also get a much more consistent cut, particularly if you're using a rotary mower. It's probably still the same case if you're using cylinder mower, because the benefit of double cutting is you get a much more even cut across the whole of the lawn surface, because when the lawnmower is going in one direction, it's kind of cutting in that direction. So then if you cut it in another direction, it's then going to pull the grass in the other direction. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, where is this podcast going, Phil? And what's the AI piece? Right. So there I was, bimbling around North Yorkshire, Harrogate area, Leeds, cutting lawns, looking after stuff, treating lawns, pulling up germination sheets, checking the condition of stuff going forward. And I saw a rather fine, and I'll use that term carefully, a rather fine looking lawn. Had really good colour, looked quite consistent for a large area. And who was working in the middle of it? In this, probably around about, I'd say about 1,200 square meters of lawn, big area. Who was working on it? Mr. Robot himself, Mr. AI driven robot. Because if you've never done any research or you don't know anything about robot driven mowers these days, there is quite a lot of artificial intelligence driving how they do the lawn cut efficiently. It's not just a question of magnetic forces that it used to be in the past. It's like, yeah, I used to have a robot walking around or wandering around a garden, and as soon as it hit a wire that triggered something inside the machine, it would turn around and go in another direction. I think they're being much more intelligent now, but I don't know how much more intelligent. But look, I got to thinking that AI was my friend and things needed to change, and I needed AI, artificial intelligence. I always think AI is just a bit of a narrowing term, but I always thought maybe AI can help me with this last piece, because over the last few months, let's say the last 6 months, content writing engines, as I probably call them, have started to pop up and produce content based on artificial intelligence creating content. And one of the criticisms of that type of content is it's very, very hasn't got much oxygen in. It's very dead. It's really weird when you actually do the experiment that I did, that I'm going to explain to you that I did today. The content that comes back is quite flat. It is quite flat. Even though it's quite clever, it still lacks oxygen a bit. So I asked, I used a writing system called Grammarly, and I asked the AI generator to generate some content. How can lawns and AI work together? And it came back with the content for today's blogcast. And I'll read it out to you just so we kind of all know. So you don't even have to go and have a look on the All Gardening website. But look, here's the answer that the AI in Grammarly gave around how can lawns and AI work together. As if AI and lawns can work together. But if you put a robot in the middle of them, they can, can't they? Maybe. Never say no to anything, Phil says. Anyway, here's the answer. Lawns and AI can work together in several ways to make lawn care more efficient and effective. One way is through the use of smart irrigation systems and the use of AI algorithms to determine the optimal watering schedule on weather patterns and soil moisture levels. This can help minimize water waste and reduce the risk of overwatering and underwatering. Now that sounds pretty good, Mr. AI. Another way that lawns and AI can work together is through the use of smart lawnmowers that are equipped with sensors and cameras to navigate around the obstacles and adjust their mowing pattern based on the shape and size of a lawn. This can help to reduce the amount of time and effort required for lawn maintenance and ensure a more consistent and even cut. I'd argue that one, by the way. Furthermore, AI-powered lawn care services. Oh, where is my future going? Sorry, that's me. Can analyze data of soil quality, nutrient levels, and pest infestations to provide targeted recommendation for fertilization, weed control, and pest management. Very good. Probably can, which is probably pretty good, actually. This can help homeowners achieve a healthy and greener lawn without the need for excessive chemicals and manual labor. There is a lot of truth in that, actually. Overall, the integration of AI technology into lawn care can help homeowners save time, money, and resources while achieving a more beautiful and sustained outdoor space. You know what? I think Mr. AI has done a very good job there of reasoning his version of, or her version of, or its version of lawn care. I think there's some really good stuff in there, actually, considering this is generated by a machine. Anyway, the good news is a lot of what it's suggesting is all in the pipeline for development, whether it's AI driven or whether it's human driven. The thing is, for the duration of my lifetime anyway, we're going to work together and see how we get on. And I'm sure it'll be fun, all the way to the sun. Don't know why I'm singing that, by the way. But anyway, so if you haven't checked out some of these AI systems, whether it's lawn mowers or whether it's content generating systems, why not go and have a look? Because it's quite interesting just to see how this stuff is manifesting its intelligence or not is the case. But anyway, friends, that's all for me today. I'll catch you again soon. Take care. Ta-da. Bye. Bye-bye, AI. See you again soon. Ta-da.